Hello everybody, Mike from the Rewatch Project with Hannah and Mike podcast here, and I am back with another edition of Front Row, these music reaction, commentary, analysis videos that I do, and I am back in the wonderful world of the kingly Elvis Aaron Presley with a recording from the mid-1970s from Elvis Presley Boulevard, Memphis, Tennessee, a home recording album. I've already covered one song from this record before and I enjoyed it immensely. So a number of people suggested that I check out the song Solitaire, which I'm going to do right now. I have never heard this song, so this will be a pure, unadulterated first time reaction to this song. Quick reminder before I get into that though, that I do pause the songs, I do talk over them. If this is your first time hearing this song, then I recommend you listen to it in its entirety before you enjoy this reaction, because I will be talking all over it. That's just how I do. I apologise in advance if that is not to your taste, and I would also suggest that you check out the Rewatch Project of Hannah and Mike, the audio podcast that shares this YouTube channel where my wife Hannah and I go back and rewatch some of our favourite film and television franchises, as well as some of the other film, TV, music, and general pop cultural goodness that shares this channel. I really appreciate likes and subscribes on this channel. Subscriptions in particular are a wonderful motivator to continue doing these with a greater level of regularity, because they result in conversations, and ultimately that's why I'm doing this, to talk to you, the film, music and television, and in this case Elvis Presley fan. I've learned so much as a novice in the ways of Elvis through watching his performances and having interactions with you gentle folk. So please continue to do so, and for now, I'm going to shut up and listen to Solitaire by Elvis Presley, because I don't know this song and I reckon it's going to be great, because everything else that I've heard from Elvis Presley so far has been, so there is no reason to think that this will be an exception. I'm going to press play and listen to this song.
There was a man, a lonely man, who lost his love through his indifference. A heart that cares, that went unshared until it died within his silence. And solitaire's the only game in town, and every road that takes him down, while life goes on around him everywhere. He's playing solitaire and giving to himself begins to deal. Still the king of hearts is well concealed. Another losing game comes to an end and deals him out again.
Yeah, this is really beautiful, really powerful. I mean, the sentiment of the song, the idea of your indifference leading to regret and realizing what you've missed and it maybe being too late. But that soaring chorus and the incredible just extravagance of the piano, you know, you can almost hear the piano player lifting their hands off the piano. And of course, Elvis's vocals are incredible as always. Yeah, this is beautifully orchestrated, really incredible composition and arrangement on this. Let's get back into it.
A little home,
Lovely little orchestrations.
and smoke, just how it goes without saying.
And there's something that Elvis does, particularly with his vibrato, that's really amazing. And it's not just about the technique, it's about the feeling of it, because it almost feels as though, I've talked before about how Elvis is kind of a conduit. You feel that what he does is he feels these things, they go through him, and they're things that we all experience. You know, there's nothing special or rarefied about the experiential element of it. But what he does, and I think the vibrato is such an important part of this, is he feels these things like we all do, and they pass through him, and he gives them voice. And often he'll extend a note, and the tremolo that he's giving it that's the art. That's where he is creating art out of a feeling. And that's a difference between somebody who just experiences the world and somebody who experiences the world and does something with that, does something transformative with that, paints or writes or gives voice to a feeling. And it can be in the lyrics of the song, but also, I think more importantly, sometimes it is in the feeling. Like the lyrics are almost there just to give context and narrative. But when Elvis pushes these notes, these feelings, these emotions, these expressions of pain or joy or whatever it is, through himself and to the audience, and you imbues these words and these sounds and these musical notes with feeling. And I think that is one of his incredible gifts that is really at the center here, but also the arrangement, the actual production of this is really something. Those little orchestral motifs that are kind of answering him when he sings are really something. And just, I've spoke before about how solitude seems to be a central theme of Elvis, but this idea of us being alone together. And I think that the grandiosity of the performance, the fact that you are aware that a lot of people were involved in his performance. Elvis isn't alone, although he's singing about that and conveying that through his voice, the alone in a crowd. And of course, we, the audience, are complicit and part of that. So none of us are, So again, that analogy I've used before about a roller coaster, this idea of experiencing danger or pain or fear, but doing it in a kind of safe environment is what we're doing when we explore solitude and pain and regret and heartache with art through artists like Elvis Presley.
There was a man, a lonely man, who would
there it is, that vibrato.
The hand he's playing, and solitaire the only game in town.
Oh, sorry. Oh, my God, Elvis. Yeah, it's so good. It's just so good. What he does, and the lifetime of the professional lifetime that's gone into getting him here at this point late in his career where, maybe, I don't know, maybe he can't hit the notes he used to hit. Maybe he, doesn't have the physicality that he had before. But his artistry is just as potent in different ways. Listen to this. Listen when it rises, what happens. And it's not just Elvis, it's the entire performance. You get this wonderful drum fill, this kind of galloping, rolling fill from the drummer. And then the orchestra kicks in and Elvis's voice just gets harder and tougher. And it just swells. And you've got the beautiful, punctuated, almost percussive piano as well. It's really something. Let's go back a little bit.
The hand he's playing, and solitaire
Here we go.
the only game in town. around him everywhere. He's playing solitaire and keeping to himself begins to deal. And still the king of hearts is well concealed. Another losing game comes to
Strings.
and deals them out again. And solitaire, the only game in town. Every road it takes him down. Life goes on around him everywhere. He's playing solitaire.
Oh, it's a little dark at the end there. Wow. Yeah, that was tremendous. Just such a dramatic, theatrical performance. But often I think when people say that, they say it negatively. I think that comes from that kind of elitist, very male music critic, conventional wisdom that everything has to be minimalist and raw and folky or punkish in order to have any kind of sense of emotional truth. And I'm here to tell you that's incorrect. And this is a great example of that. You know, it is lush. It was recorded in his house. You know, it does have a cast of thousands, metaphorically, but it's got such beauty and that kind of symphonic, orchestral, almost like movie score sound to it. And like all great pop songs, it's got this wonderful central metaphor, of course, you know, the idea of the game of solitaire and using that as a metaphor about regret and about how, be careful about distancing yourself from the world, because sooner or later, the great game of musical chairs is going to be over and you're going to be the only person left standing. And Elvis captures that incredibly well here. But really, it is just a beautiful, powerful performance. And the quieter sections of the song feature this wonderful vibrato, and just some beautiful melodies as well in this thing. So, wonderful. Really like that. I'm loving this album. I really like this album. It's a later release for him. I just think that so far what I've heard of it is really beautiful. I'm looking forward to hearing more. So more recommendations, please. And please do remember to check out all of the other content on this channel, the other film, television, music, general pop culture goodness that shares this channel, and also likes and subscribes and comments. I look forward to hearing from you, the Elvis Presley fan, and of course, just the larger music fans about what else I should cover next. So back really soon with another one of these. So back with another edition of Front Row very soon. Thanks for watching.